Hey guys, it's M, and I want to do the whole, you don't know who I'm talking about yet, but you can see the title of the video, so I'm not really gonna explain what we're talking about today. We're talking about Bloodlust Han. So, this is the newest unit in HNK Legends right now, right? I'm personally, I'm not really a Han fan. I understand why people like him. Personally, not for me. But the thing about HNK Legends is sometimes you get really thirsty for a new unit. My last unit was Monk Wu. That was a while ago. Or Iron Bat. I don't remember. Whichever one of them came out first. So anyway, what I'm trying to get at is, it's been a while. So I'm like, oh, okay, you know. I didn't even really want Han. I did 2 pulls and I accidentally pulled him. Then I was like, oh, fuck, okay. Great. I'm gonna pour all my points into this dude. I got the life, chest, whatever, and I leveled him up. Bloodlust Han is probably the worst tank we've had in a while. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it 100% straight. Dude sucks. Dude is horrible. I wouldn't recommend pulling this character unless you're really struggling to find a life type, because he is not great. And I know some people go like, oh, why? Why? So let's compare him to the better tank we have right now. Heihachi, who I don't even believe is super good. I don't really know what special he does other than he's pretty healthy. We have Shachi, who is the 2-turn living god. We have Kyo-Oh, who I will make a whole video about Kyo-Oh later. And this new Han does not compare to any of them. He doesn't even compare to Monk Wu. And Monk Wu I don't even think was super crazy good. He has a lot of health, but he doesn't do anything else special. I'm sure a few of you are wondering, what makes Monk Wu so bad? I mean, fuck. What makes Han so bad? So I'm gonna read you what Han actually does, and we'll all come to our own conclusions, right? And I'll give you why I think a lot of these abilities are ass. So, Han's main thing with his passive, he has a whole bunch, he has a Bible list, you know, if you play this game and you read the passives, you understand. You gotta scroll for like 5 minutes to get to the bottom of the screen. But basically, his passive makes it so he has a ton of health, he boosts the person behind him a little bit, and now he has this numb effect. This numb effect, when you're fighting him in Immortals, is godlike. If you don't know what numb does, it's if you hit Han 3 times, the character that's been hitting him will be paralyzed. It's similar to what Kyo does. The problem with this is Han is not the tankiest tank in the game. He's pretty squishy in comparison to everyone else. And do you know who the best damage dealing units are right now? Kazuya, Shao, LP Ken, even New Ken, Asura Ken or whatever his name is. They're all great. They do really good damage. Han cannot take really good damage. He has 5 stacks of grit or preservance. I'm calling it grit. It's grit. He has 5 stacks of grit. And a lot of the units that, if you want the numb effect to get active, that he has to get hit 3 times by the same character. The 3 hits he's going to take, the characters you want to hit him do so much damage, they will use a whole grit stack. And keep in mind, he has to get hit 3 times. Ken will take 3 grit stacks from Han before he gets stunned. Now, okay, 3 grit stacks. I mean, it's a price to pay, I guess. A horrible price to pay considering every other tank will live longer than that, but you know, it's a price to pay. The problem is, people run more than 1 attack unit. I don't know if you've noticed a lot of LP Ken, Iron Bat, LP Ken, Asura Ken, LP Ken, Shao. Like, people don't just run 1 good damaging unit. Han cannot take more than 3 hits without imploding. So you're going to see the problem is sometimes he might not even get the stack off because 2 units will tag team him and he'll die. The reason Numb is so good in an Immortals raid is because he has infinite health. It's not good on a unit that cannot take damage, let alone, this is a fun fact, base Han without his scrolled effect or his charm cannot afflict aggro. Numb does not affect any other unit. This is not like LP Ken where it's like, oh, this person lost a grit stack to this enemy, so now they just don't take damage. It does not work like that. They have to hit Han specifically, and he can't take damage, and he doesn't have aggro, so no one's going to hit him half the time anyway. So you may be thinking, oh, M, you're just overreacting. If I get the charm effect, then he'll get aggro. That's great, buddy. He still cannot take the damage. If he had Monk Wu health, he would probably be one of the best tanks we have. He would actually be competition. But as it is now, no! Dude sucks! You know the main thing that would actually make Numb not horrible? Is if it transferred across turns. Let's say that LP Ken only hits your Han 2 times in 1 turn and then hits your other unit. The only reason it's bad right now is because Numb goes away after the turn ends for some reason. This was an incredibly stupid decision. If it stayed, it would be great. I mean, other than the whole thing of he's too squishy, he dies in 2 seconds, whatever have you. But his Numb just transferred. He would be good. I really want him to get a rework. I know we don't do that. I know we just release new units. but if he had one, or maybe they made his CMP better, or something, he would be great. He's so bad. And I know people will go like, oh, you gotta read his special and ultimate technique. His special and secret tech, that's the official name. They don't do anything worth anything. There are a lot of buffs you see nowadays that are just like numbers. It's like, damage increase up, special technique attack up, da-da-da-da-da. These are just basic at this point. Like, real talk, if you're into like the meta of this game, you do not need me to tell you damage increase up by 5%, do-do-do. Because either A, you already know it, or B, it really does not have any noticeable effect in the fight. So his little secret technique, I'm gonna call it ultimate and secret technique because I don't remember the technical name. His secret technique is like he flips over you. It doesn't do anything great. It's basic. Honestly, if I didn't read it, I wouldn't know what it does. I read it 5 minutes ago. I don't remember what it does. I think it buffs his stats a little bit. And if INP upgraded, he gives aggro, which like I said earlier, is a horrible idea because he cannot take the damage. His ultimate attack, first of all, I know this is a nitpick. I think it looks stupid. I don't know what this little chicken dance punch shit he does. It looks bad. It is like the worst fist rush in the game. This is Fist of the North Star. This is the fist rush show. This is where that whole thing even came from. And you made him do like he looks like Jiren. He's like all upper half, wiggling back and forwards. And then he does the drop kick, which is cute, I guess. Does his ultimate do good damage? No. Does it do anything really noticeable? No. I believe it hits the unit in front and behind, but it's like the damage is not great anyway, and a lot of good units now have like grit stacks, so even if he did magically do a lot of damage, he's not killing anyone anyway. And the scroll effects on his ult are not even good. Hold on. I have them. I have them for you guys, If his special technique is active on this turn, it's guaranteed to land a critical hit. If that doesn't make you hard, I don't know what will. It's not even a good effect. If the main target is inflicted with numb, his damage increases by 40% for 1 turn. That's pretty good, but as I said, Han does not have health like that, so this is most likely not going to happen in most cases. For 2 turns, he increases his damage, he gets damage reduction and special attack. He's a tank, this is what he's meant to do. He's meant to take hits. That is not anything super special. And like I keep saying, he cannot take a lot of hits. So it doesn't matter anyway. Do you know the problem with Han? The other problem with Han? When he is defeated, when he's fully defeated and dies, he gives the whole team paralysis. The whole enemy team paralysis. Now let me tell you about another unit who lives quite a while, and when they get defeated, they stun your whole team. Shachi. You know the other great thing about Shachi? He is invincible for 2 turns. His ultimate does stupid damage. It does an insane amount of damage. His little secret special technique also does a ton of damage. Shachi is a good unit. The only problem is he dies after 2 turns. But other than that, when he dies, he also stuns everyone. Han, his ultimate does not do great damage, his special technique is not great, and his stun is mid. Han is a worse Shachi. In this whole paralysis thing, it is basically worse Kyoho's. Because you know how Kyoho does paralysis? He does his ultimate attack, and then it stuns you for the next turn. Han cannot do that. Han cannot even stun you for 2 turns. So let's say the character's turn like actually begins, like when you're not getting looped by LP Ken and Shao and all of them. When the turn actually starts, if they get numb from hitting him on that turn, their next turn, they're fine. It doesn't even matter, the stacks go away. It's so baffling that they made a character who is a worse version of 2 other better characters. And Shachi is falling off. I don't even think he's considered great anymore. Han has like 3 stacks of wall and then he gets his ass ate. That's what happens. If you have Preservance, or the effect that Lin and Louis give, the star thing where like you take half health and then you get a shield. If Han takes enough damage where his whole health bar resets, like he'll hit 0 and he'll bounce back up, it's like his grit stack thing, since he gets full health from it, he will not get wall, making the effect worthless unless he can take tons of damage, which I keep saying, he cannot. He sucks. That is the moral of this video. Han sucks. After that heated discussion, where I know I've probably peaked the mic multiple times, I've been M, and I am out.